I am beyond next level excited. Beyond excited because you know why? You know why? I think you recognize why. We have our first refeed of prep. And as look. Sorry. I know I said that the next vlog you see was unveiling the business, but this is frankly just way more important, a full day of eating. So welcome. I just ran up the stairs. Welcome to the video. Today's macros are 400 carb. So double the carbohydrate intake, 40 grams of fat, and then 180 grams of protein. So, without further ado, let's get into it. But first, I do need to train. And you know what meal 1 is. If you don't know what meal 1 is, then you're either not subscribed, or you haven't subscribed for very long. It's a protein bar. And it was that protein bar, to be precise. It wasn't actually that exact protein bar. Why? There you go. It wasn't actually that exact protein bar because essentially it's still in the wrapper, but it was one
Here's
like
some information.
It was one like that essentially. So I just trained at Kratos. You're seeing the footage of that now. Very good session, but I thought it'd be quite cool just to go into like why we refeed, why I'm refeeding, and then we'll go from there. So I think a lot of people have heard refeeding, diet breaks, cheat meals they've heard of, but it's kind of like terms that everyone says, but may not know the understanding of it. So this is what this video is about. So essentially, why I'm refeeding is quite essentially I'm running very flat. The term flat is basically used for someone who's basically like almost depleted all muscle glycogen, or not almost, depleted all muscle glycogen, run flat for a while, which is basically just running a little bit like stringy, like lack of pumps in the gym, stuff like that. If you do run flat for an extended period of time in a natural bodybuilding prep, you might start to see performance degradation, which equals muscle loss. I think a lot of people think that if you run flat for an extended period of time, it means muscle loss straight away. But it's like you kind of need training performance to come alongside with. You can have training performance going like very well and run flat at the same time, and you won't see much muscle loss at all. But yeah, we're getting to the point now. Why I'm refeeding is I've run flat for an extended period of time. Training performance is getting a little bit, which is why we're basically having back-to-back refeeds. So 2-day refeeds basically. So that's basically the rationale there. Being flat in general isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's actually something that we actually actively need in order to lose weight. Because essentially, if you don't run flat and empty all muscle glycogen, you're not then going to burn fat, which is an essential part of obviously losing weight. Because obviously, you want to burn fat and not just lose a load of weight, because that would be muscle loss. But yeah, quite essentially, I've run flat for a hot minute, for a while, and basically all we're trying to do is basically get me fuller again, right? To then start like almost like kickstarting training performance again. I am scheduled for a little kind of deload when I get back from Houston. This is actually the day before Houston, so we're actually having like almost like a 2-day refeed before Houston. Go out there, probably maybe diet a little bit longer. We'll see how we actually look and how we feel when we're out there. It might just so happen that we might just take this week as like back to back refeed days. We'll see. We are actually ahead of schedule, which is all the more reason why we're actually refeeding. If I was behind with schedule, we probably wouldn't be able to fit this in, regardless of any muscle loss degradation that comes with it. We're just gonna have to crack on with it. But we are in a good spot considering we're like 8 weeks out. So I suppose like 8.5 weeks out by the time this is kind of recorded and up. But that's basically why I'm refeeding today. That's why we refeed. It's quite essentially just like spark training performance, get us a little bit fuller in the gym again, and then kind of crack on with fat loss again. But yeah, it's definitely, we don't necessarily need to be full all the time. I think a lot of people think they need to be full like in the whole of prep. It's like that's rarely gonna fucking happen. You're probably gonna run flat 99% of the time in terms of a fat loss phase. But yeah, as soon as training performance dips, we can then start to look at refeeds, providing timeline allows. So yeah, anyway, back to the vlog. We're going to get into the full day of eating situation because, yeah, I always find full days of eating are way less gym footage, way more eating. Anyway, do you know how many times I've tried to be artsy with food, and every single time I really fucking fail. But anyway, here's my attempt at making my meals look less boring. I don't know. I tried. Anyway, so we basically have rice, chicken, salad, exactly the same meal as I normally have, except I have a squares bar with it. Yeah, that's basically it. That's the only difference to my refeed meal 2. I really tried to make this video quite exciting. Pazzow! Anyway, I'm gonna eat it. The worst thing about going on holiday or just going anywhere is this shit, packing it. I hate it. And you know what's even worse? I need to do a lot of work before I can do that, but that is really stressing me out. So I'm like, and that's pretty much today. But anyway, a lot less stress because I've got food in me. And welcome to meal number 3 and 4, because essentially I forgot to eat meal 3, so we're basically having the chicken with this meal here. So normally I have chicken and salad, but I'm just gonna have chicken with burritos. Say hi to the camera, Nat.
Hi to the camera, Nat.
How are you?
I'm fine. We're gonna have some salad.
Are you sad that I'm going to Houston without you?
Yes.
How sad?
Very sad.
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Replace me with Connor.
If it makes you feel better, I am low-key half stressing that I have kind of packed, but not really packed, and that's kind of like your forte. So yeah, I might have to nick you later.
Right, yeah. For my holiday checklist.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll put the macros on screen. I'll probably forget because I'm in prep, and I need to not only film this but edit this, then post it before I go to Houston. So if it doesn't have fucking macros on it, sorry. All right, I tried. Yeah. So I'm gonna end the full day of eating here because I am fucking salivating. Natalie, are you salivating at this bowl?
Absolutely not.
But there is merit to the madness. Essentially, I pretty much prepped on Cocoa Pops last time in the other prep, so I know it digests well in preps or in fat loss phases for me. So this is pretty much how I'm gonna refeed. Plus, I didn't have enough cream of rice, so that'll do. And then we're basically gonna have a squares bar on top of that. So yeah, been pretty much cream of rice, whey protein. I'm actually gone for a vegan whey protein or vegan protein. And then I've got dark chocolate, 80 grams of Cocoa Pops, and then basically this. And that concludes today's full day of eating. Yeah, hope you're well. Now I'm going to edit it. And then the next vlog will be in Houston, without the H. Alright. You want to say goodbye, Natalie?
Goodbye.
Alright. Bye.